So in this video, I'm going to show you how I saved £100,000 by the age of 20. Welcome back, and if you're new, welcome to the channel, and thanks for clicking on the video. It means a lot. Hopefully you have also subscribed and hit the like button. That also helps the channel a lot and also makes me feel amazing. But just like the intro said, I'm going to break down how I made £100,000 by the age of 20. So myself, I was in a really unique situation. You may not be in this, but maybe if you are younger, it could be something that you could also do. But for myself, I was in the military. So for myself, I basically had no outgoings, and at a young age, at 16, you shouldn't have any outgoings anyway. So it's a perfect opportunity for you guys to save as much as possible. So even if you are 16, not in the military, you're living at home, you haven't got a car, possibly your parents are paying for your phone bill. So like I said, it is perfect opportunity to save all your earnings. So 16, you can pretty much get a job or start earning some kind of income. And pretty much all you got to do is save that money. So anything you earn, you save. Yes, you can keep a certain percent to spend. So for myself, like I said, joined the military. I think I was getting £1,000 a month. And pretty much because we are so busy in recruit training, you don't get much time to spend that money. A lot of people I know, when they finished recruit training, they had like between £5,000 and £7,000 just sat in their account doing nothing. And as soon as they finish recruit training, like every kid, they go and spend that money on a car. So pretty much everyone that leaves or joins the military, they finish recruit training, they've got like £7,000 sat in their bank. They'll go and buy a brand new BMW that costs like £300 a month to maintain. Finance, insurance, especially if they're young, insurance is going to be super high. Just the upkeep of it, fuel, etc., tax, it's through the roof. So don't make that mistake. I would, myself personally, I bought a really cheap car. So I think I bought a Vauxhall Astra for £2,000. It was off my, who did I buy it off? Bought off my uncle. So my uncle had a garage. He bought and sold cars. My granddad, he lent me the £2,000, so I didn't use my money. He lent me the £2,000. All I had to do was pay him back over the months. So over the months, I could have basically bought the car myself, but I used his money. It was pretty much a way of saying well done for completing recruit training, really. So he sourced the funds for me to buy my car. Like I said, so I had no finances. Everything I earned, I was pretty much saving. You could do exactly the same thing. Like I said, don't go and buy a stupid car. Get it on finance. Just buy something cheap and cheerful that you can get around in. At 16, you probably don't need a car. You're probably just starting to learn. So you probably won't be driving or having a car until you're 17, 18, maybe. So yeah, that first year is all about savings. The basic saving advice I give people is save 10% of your wage. So that golden number is 10%. If you can do more, perfect. I highly recommend it, especially at a young age. Like I said, you have no bills at all. So you should be living with your parents, living somewhere, have no car bills, have no outgoings. Like I said, maybe a phone bill. Hopefully your parents is paying for that. If they are, then you're in a perfect opportunity to save. So yeah, like I said, Myself, I was getting £1,000 a month. Pretty much half of that I was chucking into savings. So pretty much half my wage was going into savings because, like I said, I wasn't spending any money during recruit training. Recruit training was 5 months long, 5 to 6 months, something like that. So yeah, I was pretty much on camp basically for 5 months. Food paid for, everything's pretty much paid for. All you're doing is just getting through training pretty much. And then they're just paying you a month. So everything I had, I was putting £500 away. Whatever was left at the end of the month, I would also put that into savings. So yeah, pretty much £500, 6 months. That is, if you can see there, that is £3,000. So that's £3,000 minimum I was saving, plus extra on top of that. So like I said, £500 I would put away, and then whatever was left at the end of the month, I would also put that away. So at the end of the 5 months, I would have saved, I'd say, close to £5,000 myself. Like I said, a lot of lads finish with 5 to 7 grand between there, depending on how much they spent. And like I said, a lot of guys go and waste that. I did the opposite. I put all that into investments or into savings. A lot of people just put it into an ISA and leave it. Luckily for myself, I had some kind of knowledge. I was a little bit older. Like I said, most lads join when they're really young. I had some kind of knowledge and life experience. So I put all mine into investments. And then over the 5 years, like I said, that just went up. So yeah, I've got a calculator here, or a breakdown of how my dividends, or how dividends can go if you do exactly this. So obviously this is roughly what the market is doing right now. Obviously it was a lot different 10 years ago, but pretty much here I started off with £6,000. Like I said, we finished recruit training. £6,000 went straight into a investment portfolio, so into my investment account. Like I said, a lot of people put theirs into ISAs. I put mine into investments. Here, the average yield was 5.5%. I think it was a lot higher than that when I done it. So pretty much, and then each month I was still investing. Like I said, had no outgoings. So this is roughly what I would earn in 5 years. But then I was also making more money on the side. So this is just what I was making from my investment portfolio, from my starting fund all the way until the 5-year point, investing monthly. So like I said, I invested more each month. Like I said, if I wasn't spending money, I was putting it into investments really, and every month I was putting half my wage away. This is basically just going off the minimum. So these are the minimums I got. So year one, like I said, started off with £6,000. Like I said, I could have put a lot more in, maybe 7,000. Like I said, these are just the minimums. So the first year I put 6,000 in. The end of that year, the dividends paid me £336 pounds back. So at the end of year one, I earned £336 back off my savings. And again, each year those dividends just kept snowballing. So year two, here you can see the dividends I earned in year two was £950. So you can see a massive increase already from year one. And then it just keeps going. So year three was 1,660. Year four, 2,481. Year five, £3,430. So you can see here, each year it just kept pretty much doubling my savings. So everything I was putting in, it was just doubling on top of that. So you can see year one, I only got £300 back, but year two, just shy of £1,000. And then at that 5-year mark, I was pretty much getting paid £4,000 for having my money sat in an account. So I pretty much had my money in an account. Year 5, I just kept earning £4,000. So at the end of year 5, without my side hustles, my passive income, I made a total of £80,642. So £80,642 I had in my account. Just 5 years of savings. Like I said, that is the minimum. Obviously, I made a lot more because, like I said, the video is all about how I got £100,000 by the age of 20. So I was probably, from my dividends, I think I got about 90k I brought in through dividends. And then also, like I said, my side hustle, I also started a gym clothing brand. So back in 2013, 2014, I started my own gym clothing brand. So it was a very small market. There was no one else in the market. It was me, Gymshark, and I think it was like Gym Monkey, Cheeky Gym Monkey, something like that, or Skinny Monkey. I think those were the 3 brands that was in the market at the time. So pretty much I was a massive fitness head, fitness junkie. So I started a clothing brand, like a fashion gym clothing brand, so you could wear the clothing outside and in the gym. So I had that side hustle. That also led me into personal training. So I did my courses, and then I started doing personal training on top of my clothing brand and then on top of my job as well. So I started that, I think it was like year 3, I think I started doing that on my savings. Like I said, I'd done basic training. I think I did a year, or I think it was just after my first year of being a full-time in the military, I started doing these passive incomes. Clothing brand, I then went on sold. So I sold that to someone else that wanted to take over the company. So I think I had the clothing brand for about 6-7 years, and then I sold it, going there, and then pretty much just concentrated on basically personal training and my job mainly. Like I said, in the military, I wanted to focus on my career, but that I ended up leaving that anyway, and then going into full-time coaching, CrossFit and personal training. So yeah, if you're young, 15, 16, I highly recommend start saving right now. Jump onto Trading 212. You can find the link in the description box below. Jump on there, sign up. Even if it's just as little as £5 a week or $5 a week, start investing. Chuck it onto like S&P 500. Don't have to go massively into it. An ETF is perfectly fine. A FTSE 100 or S&P 500. I highly recommend putting your money into one of them. If you do want to go into more depth and go into individual stocks and shares, then get in touch with me. We can sit down, have a chat, and just see what your goal is going forward. I'll be happy to help you guys out. But like I said, just chucking it into an S&P 500 or the FTSE 100 is perfectly fine. But yeah, if you are young like I said, 15, 16, 17, even if you're in your early 20s, start investing right now. And then by the time you're 30 or 40, it will pay off. Like I said, even if it's as little as £5 or $5 a week, do it, get started, and don't worry about it. So just, you can set up a monthly payment. So in your Train 2 and 2, monthly recurring payment, and it will just start investing your money into a ETF, S&P 500 each week or each month, and you can just forget about that then and let that build up over the time and just watch that money grow going forward. But hopefully this video helped you. Please hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed yet, please also subscribe. It means a lot to me. I am on that journey to 1,000 subscribers, so we're almost there. We're over halfway. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.